Well, here come the teams on Teesside. Back-to-back defeats for both Middlesbrough and Hull City coming into this have added to the importance this evening as the sides get ready to try and respond at the Riverside. Well, the stage is set and we are ready for the start at the Riverside. Both teams in their traditional colours, separated by just 3 points at kick-off. Back-to-back defeats for Borough did come against two of the top three. They look to make home advantage count against Hull. We've lost successive league games for the first time since Liam Rosenior took charge over a year ago. At the start of the season to find their form. Having done so, they've stuttered again in recent weeks, but they continue to press here. Jones and Dyke still combining, the two that have returned to the starting 11, heavily involved. Might open up for the shot. Just found a little pocket of space there outside the penalty area. Barassa. Greenwood. Showed a bit too much of it to Cyrus Christie, who's lost it here. This is Greenwood. He does have support. Put back in his direction. And there is Latte Lab to fire Middlesbrough in front already. City. He's certainly made to pay as the space opened up behind him. Greenwood played his part. So too did Engel. And Latte Lath with the finish. The goals are beginning to follow now for the summer signing from Atalanta. Little fortunate maybe how it fell his way after the initial effort from Isaiah Jones, but he reacted really smartly and through the leg. Be dealt with by Van den Berg. Latte left the target. It's Alfie Jones that just reached it first. Still got work to do here though, because it's back into the feet of Latte Lath with support from Isaiah Jones. Big chance. Stayed onside, Latte Lath in the build-up. Jones was the extra man, it was threaded neatly into his path. Coyle trying to get back to him made it a bit more difficult than it might have been. But he never actually made a league appearance for Atalanta. He was a regular goal scorer in Switzerland last season in the Swiss Super League for St Gallen on loan. And here goes Connolly for Hull City, plenty of options ahead of him. Maybe didn't quite pick the right one. All a little bit frantic for Hull. And now they have to hurry back again because Greenwood is going through the gears. Slips it through for Latte Lath, he didn't really get hold of it. Hull in the table on goal difference were they to score it. So closely matched are these sides in the standings. It's a little reminder to Michael Carrick's team the start off at the half of the concentration that is going to be required. They've defended well so far, but are they about to be caught out by the ball over the top? Delap trying to make the most of it in the collision with the keeper. Just like this, the one ball out from inside their own half, doing much of the damage. Well-timed run by Liam Delap. Wasn't dealt. That appears to be the intention. It's been run back here. Delap to Twine. Now Tyler Morton to have a go. Some power, but not the requisite accuracy. He does have a couple of goals during this loan spell, but he wasn't quite able to trouble the target this time when it came his way. And the type of territory that tempted him into the shot. And it looks like he fancies it. It's a good effort. Just not quite accurate enough. Into attempts from Sam Greenwood here. Up and over the wall, it was always just bending away from goal. Jones and Greaves up from centre-back, joining the likes of Delap and Ozan Tufan as targets. It is helped on by Greaves, and it's going to be turned in by Liam Delap from right in front of goal. With the Tigers back on terms. Just like that. Greaves' header from the corner, taking the Middlesbrough defence almost entirely out of the equation. And Delap was left in space to do the rest in front of a gaping goal. Gave him a chance to make the move to Hull City instead. Taken short here, Isaiah Jones. Trying to go around Connolly, squeezed it in. Greenwood's there. Big scramble continues. Allsop had made the initial save but couldn't hold it. Now with Barlasser, everybody still forward in red in the penalty area. If Barlasser can provide the cross, he can! And the header from Crooks was straight at Ryan Allsop. Really coming to life now. This was excellent from Jones. It was awkward for Allsop, both in making the initial save and then when it came back his way in a posse of players. Greenwood trying to take that extra touch. It's another stop from Allsop in there. It's an excellent ball from Barlasser that asked the questions here. Connolly the target, but again not necessarily playing to his strengths. He was beaten in the air by Fry. But Vanagra's done well to reach this ahead of Dijksteel and for a moment get in behind him and then cuts back the cross, wasn't dealt with by Barlasser, and it's there from Ozan Tufan to complete the turnaround on Teesside for the Tigers. It stands for a return to winning ways tonight. Real credit to Ruben Vanagra for his part in the build-up here. Strong surge, little bit of fortune followed, but it's an emphatic finish from Ozan Tufan, and it was an awkward one for Dieng in goal, who didn't quite get down in time. Came through a posse of players that made it more difficult for him, and although he did get a touch to the ball, it was almost beyond him by then. Jones nominally dropped a bit deeper since the substitution when Dijksteel came off. Still getting forward at every opportunity, as really is the requirement for everybody in red. Here is Barlasser driving forward and still going. He's invited to do so. Rogers trying to cut it back, and it came the way of Silvera. Didn't quite come back to him as he was hoping, but still the threat with Jones. This is going right the way to the whistle. Now or never for Middlesbrough. They're there to salvage something. Literally everybody in the penalty area is in towards Dieng. Comes out for Jones. Goalwards again from Vandenberg, and a block behind. Allsop, the hero, with what proves to be the final touch of a compelling contest, which went right the way to the whistle. But it's the Tigers that completed the turnaround and have hung on at the end to claim all 3 points. They return to winning ways and move back level on points with the playoff positions. How much that means right at the end.